Hey there, I'm Eric Tennant, and this is another episode of Shoppable Madness. What I have here is the Shuyeon blinds. These are real wood blinds, and I will be using them to replace these old metal cheap blinds. I don't really like the way they look or anything. So let's go ahead and open up the box here. Nice. Come packaged very well. The blinds, whatever this guy here is, we have the front board, which that hovers the top piece right there, and we have the adjustment rod. And then we have these two end caps, which these are used to install the blinds. And then of course we also have our installing hardware. So we got our anchors and our screws there. And then last but not least, the instruction manual, which you won't need that. You can just follow my instructions and we'll get to the same place. And I just discovered what this is by the instruction. It is a blind cleaner. Okay, cool. So definitely one of the first steps I need to do is remove the old blinds for sure. And luckily those just had a couple push tabs where I was able to push them, and now I have them off the window. Then of course you got to remove the old hardware if you currently have hardware up there. I definitely recommend the electric screwdriver. It'll definitely save you from future arthritis. Next thing I recommend doing is picking up your blinds and matching them to the window, just making sure that you did your measurements right and you were shipped off the right ones. Cool, that looks perfect. So while you have the blinds up there, you're going to want to take note of about how much of a gap there is from the edge. Mine aren't, there's a little bit like a, I don't know, 1/4 inch gap from each side. So I need to spread them out slightly so the blinds aren't able to fall out. So pretty much you just put your bracket up there, you mark where you're going to want your holes like so. And then you just do the same thing for the other side. Then you want to get a drill bit, roughly the size of your anchor, because you're going to make this hole and then you're going to pound these in. So yeah, you just go up and then you just drill out your hole. And once you got your hole drilled out to the appropriate size, you take your anchor and you pound it up in just like so. And then you just repeat that for the other 3 holes. So the next step is to screw it up in there. Just got to put the other screw in and do that to the other side. Cool deal. Now that we got those both screwed up there, we'll just pretty much just open up both these little doors here. It also comes with a middle bracket here, but for this size blinds, I don't think the middle bracket will actually be necessary. If it is, I'll install it, but yeah, I definitely don't think it's needed. But yeah, I would screw up right in the middle there to go ahead and put the blinds on. So yeah, pretty much you just make sure this one piece is up in front, and then you take the blinds now. Okay, now that we have the blinds up there, don't actually push them in all the way. What we're going to want to do is we're going to install these clips here, and then they simply go over the back side. Now we can go ahead and push it all the way back in. Take the gate, shut them, take your thumb, push really hard, and that'll click down, and do the same thing to the other side. All right, now I just got to figure out, because these are a cordless blind here, which it's definitely a new thing to me. Oh, you just, oh, that's pretty cool. I like that actually. That is really nifty. You don't have to have the string at all. You just simply pull them down when you want them to go down. Nice. That is really cool. And then when you want them to go back up, oh wow. I like that. That is really nifty. That deletes another part of the cord. Is always like a choking hazard for children and stuff like that. That's pretty cool that they found a way to delete them. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and pull these all the way down here. Just install our wand here. That simply just clicks on just like that. And now we should be able to, nice, open and shut the blinds. All right, last but not least, we got to put the finishing part on here, which is a piece of trim board. Go ahead and looks like that just snaps right into the unit, just like that. Nice. Now I got a few lighting options for the room. Say if my house was overflowed and for some reason I had house guests sleeping down here. It could be totally blacked out. And I am here in Phoenix, so it is best to stop as much of that energy from coming in as possible. And then I have the option of exposing the blinds, which just is probably the way it would be in most of the time. And then I could open up the room to totally receive the light in from different times of day. Or I could slowly blend it out and put it back towards more of a blackout light setting. Nice. I like them. You can find a link for the blinds down in the description below. Additionally, for anybody watching on TV, there will also be a QR code you can scan with your phone, and that'll take you over to where you can buy them off Amazon. So, my name is Eric Tennant. Until next time, you'll see me, computer in simulation.